UAB gave Governor Bentley a tour just to show that the hospital is ready. Rescue units here in Birmingham are prepared if there was to be an Ebola outbreak. They have isolation kits and even masks to help keep first responders safe. State officials just let Dalai Lama inside the hotel at West End here in downtown Birmingham, and a lot of the Tibetan Buddhists are leaving, but they were so excited they got their white scarves blessed. Cars parked in the grass and not the driveway. This is exactly what City Council is trying to stop. The railroad crossing here on Allison Bonnet Memorial Drive needs to be repaired and replaced, and that's going to require all 4 of these lanes to be closed down. Each of these piles go to a different city in Bulgaria, and each box to a different child, such as this one, Eleanor, that's 2 years old. She'll receive this box right around Christmas time with all of these goodies right inside. Trained like a machine. These are the words of 33-year-old Noah Galloway. He considers himself a regular guy with a passion for fitness, adventure races, and his 3 children. What makes this veteran special? An incredible story.
I was injured by a roadside bomb my second deployment to Iraq in 2005.
Unconscious for 6 days, Noah woke up to heartbreaking news.
My mom told me I lost my left arm above the elbow and my left leg above the knee.
This was hard to swallow for someone so physical.
I laid there in the hospital bed and I thought, well, everything's over. I can't do what I used to do because of my injuries. So I was very bitter and depressed.
That led to a life of drinking, smoking, and denial. Then the day came. He decided to quit focusing on what he had lost and focus on what he had left.
So I decided to join a 24-hour gym so I could work out, late at night, early in the morning when nobody was there. Once I got back into working out, it was a slow progress, but it just got better and better, and I've never fallen off that.
Noah continues to improve his fitness by working out, personal training, and doing competitive races. He was also named Men's Health Magazine's Ultimate Guy of 2014.
Make the cover was amazing. What it's really done is open up a lot of doors, and it's given me a better platform to share my story and to reach out to more people, whether they have a disability or they just need a little more motivation to get into shape.
But he's not stopping there. Now he's preparing for the Ironman.
I want to continue racing because I feel like the more intense the races I do, the fewer excuses other people have.
Galloway says it's a way for him to remind himself and others that no excuses are allowed.
Forest Fire, what's the address of emergency?
A new response center is now able to cut time out of 911 calls. The process will improve emergency responder times and give people the assurance they need. Ivory Price is one of those people who has had a recent experience with a 911 dispatcher.
I called 911 about 3 weeks ago for a harassment call. If it would have been about 30 seconds or maybe about a minute and a half earlier, then everything could have been resolved then.
He says the response was good, but it could have been better.
Every second counts, and when every second counts, anything can happen in a matter of seconds.
Many believe this to be true, like Howard Summerford. He is the director of the Jefferson County 911 ECDC in Centerpoint.
This is a great improvement in the service. Of course, the end result is getting first responders there quicker.
This new 911 dispatch center can cut up to 30 seconds off of a 911 call, and that can be the difference between life and death.
30 seconds doesn't seem like a lot of time, but that's a lot of time when you're talking about normally a 2.5 minute process.
This is especially true with a large number of people in the county.
The main problem in Jefferson County is there's so many different 911 districts. So sometimes it's a little difficult to locate exactly where you are and who the first responders are.
18 cities, including Trussville, Clay, Centerpoint, Pinson, and Fultondale, will use the service, along with unincorporated Jefferson County. The new system is worth $5 million and will be used by about 200,000 people.
What's the address out there?
So is this new process really important in bringing quicker responses to emergency calls?
It is, because in certain situations, in similar cases such to mine, somebody could have been hurt.
For Jefferson County, this consolidation will be easier, simpler, and faster when calling 911.
You can't pick out one breed of dog and just ban it from a city.
Ross Shores lives in Clay, where a new vicious dog ordinance is being challenged in court. Shores and his 2-year-old daughter have neighbors with a pit bull who are suing the city over its ordinance. This family sees no threat from the dog.
She'll just run up to the fence, stick her hand all the way through, and Emma just lick her up and down, wag her tail, play with her.
Clay City Council passed the ordinance banning pit bulls last year after deadly attacks in nearby towns. It will be defending the ordinance this Tuesday morning in court. The mayor of Clay, Charles Webster, says it's all about safety.
With what was going on around the country and around in Riverside and in certain areas, Tuscaloosa, right around us close where kids and people have been injured and killed by pit bulls, that was the issue, and I don't want that to happen in Clay.
He says the ban is simple, and all owners have to do is register, muzzle, and leash their dogs. But residents like Shores feels this is unnecessary.
I understand there's mean breed of dog, but it's all in how they're raised. So as long as they raise them nice, I have no problem with it. That is, they should not have to have a muzzle on in their own backyard.
But Mayor Webster is not budging for Clay residents.
If you go to the Center of Disease Control, they list several dogs that are vicious dogs, and they state pit bulls are number one.
But whether this law is constitutional will be a question left to the court. Reporting in Clay, Kayla, ABC 3340.